Radhe Radhe to all, and I hope everybody is doing perfectly fine. So, today, what I'm going to do is start a new set of lectures, or you can say case series. So, day by day, which I'm the sample or the specimen which I'm grossing and the diagnosis which I'm making at my lab. So, I thought it's better to share it on online platform. So, what I've started with, I'll just give you a brief of the clinical case, the type of specimen which we have received along with the gross picture and the detailed clinical microscopic evaluation. So what end result and what diagnosis was given on histology and some points to remember about that specific topic. So let's start. So today's case is a lumpy bumpy swelling on nose. So just a word I have used so that it becomes a bit catchy. And see, this is clinical picture I am showing you here. This male old person, he's having a lumpy bumpy swelling over his nose on left side towards the left, and this was the gross specimen which we have got. So this was swelling over the nose in 80-year-old male patient, and what we received, so this was clinically excised by the surgeon and we received this specimen. So you can see the skin covered, the round mass has been removed here. This is how we totally received the specimen. So it was single grey brown round to oval tissue piece, you can see. Overlying surface has skin and it measured approximately 3 into 2 centimeter. So we give a longitudinal section. So straight away we did a section and then we saw the section. So those sections were processed and stained with H&E stain, and what we saw, see here what you are seeing is hyperkeratosis. That is, a keratin layer is increased. So other areas also it was increased. So you are seeing a hyperkeratotic epidermis with multiple folliculosebaceous unit. Folliculosebaceous means you have a hair follicle in between and surrounding that you have mature sebaceous lobules. So here also you can see this is epidermis, right? And this area, this below the epidermis, this is your dermis. So dermis में हम क्या देख रहे हैं? So lobules. So these folliculosebaceous units are protruding into the dermis. So from epidermis it is going deep down. So आप projections देख लो, पूरा total entity, total unit नीचे आ रही है. That is, folliculosebaceous units are going deep in the dermis. This is the upper dermis picture I am showing you. We have deep dermis picture also. So here what you are seeing, another feature that was typical for this case was cystic epithelial lesion with dilated follicular structure. So you are seeing these are all follicles. Hair follicles है जो बिल्कुल dilate हो गए हैं. So इतना dilated follicles हैं ये, and surrounding a prominent mesenchymal component. So here in between all these folliculosebaceous unit you are seeing कि उनके surrounding में आप देखोगे dense collagenization mesenchymal elements हैं. And along with that, you are seeing irregular mature lobules of sebaceous glands. So many sebaceous glands are there in this picture. Only you can see here. All those hyper I'll show you. All those are sebaceous glands. So here also we are seeing here, here. Then here also the units are there. Beach may you have the follicular dilated follicular structure. So here you can see a dilated follicular structure. Here you can see we have the hyper also, you can see it's a huge dilated follicular structure hai. Follicular structure and surrounding the prominent thickened area you are seeing just adjacent to the cystic lesion, you are seeing thick mesenchymal component and irregular mature, these all lobules are there, sebaceous lobules. Same picture, deeply you are seeing one another area. So we had numerous in this sections, numerous cystically dilated follicles were there. So here also you are seeing cystically dilated follicles है और ऐसा लगेगा जैसे कि मटके की तरह all the mature sebaceous units are coming falling down. So those are falling down, right? So you can see all the lobules are radiating into the surrounding area. So that is cystic cavity had this infundibular keratinization. So here also you are seeing deeply in the deep lesion also we got the lesion showed central dilated. So what you can see here also same thing we have, right? And apart from these cystically dilated ducts, follicular structure, what you are seeing is the small areas you are seeing, small dotted structures. All these inflammatory cells, the lymphocytic cells are also there. So these are radiating. So all these lobules are radiating from the dilated follicular structures. So here also another areas I am showing you, those which is showing the same thing, cystically dilated follicular structures. So in all these pictures, microscopic pictures, what we have seen is that this centrally dilated follicular structures were there, and glands, the sebaceous glands, are radiating out of it like a bunch of flowers, you can say, or bundles. So this is the hyper image I was talking about, कि जो deeply seated lesions होते हैं. So here also what you are seeing is, देखो यहाँ पे भी mature sebaceous glands हैं, sebaceous units यहाँ पे भी हैं, here also you have units, here also. So all these are mature sebaceous glands which are deeply scattered in the deeper dermis also, they are scattered. And this is stroma. So the mesenchymal stroma जो होती है, it is having the epithelial units, and which is here what you are seeing is dense मोनोन्यूक्लियर इन्फिल्ट्रेट एरिया. कनेक्टिव टिश्यू के साथ साथ आपके मोनोन्यूक्लियर इन्फिल्ट्रेट्स हैं जो हेयर फॉलिकल को, दिस लाइटर शेड होता है, ये होते हैं आपके हेयर शाफ्ट. सो दिस हेयर फॉलिकल, सो इट इज सराउंडेड बाय मोनोन्यूक्लियर इन्फिल्ट्रेट. So this diagnosis, so the lumpy, bumpy swelling over the nose of the patient was your benign lesion. It does not have any atypical cell. It is FSCH, that is folliculosebaceous cystic hematoma. So name C, it's very apt for the diagnosis, and we'll discuss the terminology in our subsequent slide also. I told you dilated follicles हैं, फिर उससे radiating sebaceous glands ऐसे ऐसे radiate हो रहे हैं lobules में. इस cystic है follicle जो भी है, और hematoma means tissue which is not present there also, you are getting those tissue. And yeah, in some slide we had adipocytic areas also, fat cells. So what you have to remember, it is not common, though it is benign lesion, it is an uncommon cutaneous hematomatous lesion. Basically a tumor like malformation, you can say. It's not tumor, it's tumor like malformation. So it exhibits your abnormal overgrowth of biphasic elements, that is epithelial and mesenchymal components that are normally found in the skin. So abnormal overgrowth हो सकता है क्योंकि sebaceous gland इस area में normal you can find it normally, but here you are seeing numerous lobules of sebaceous, folliculosebaceous unit. So that is not normal. So it's an abnormal overgrowth of normal things which is seen there. So few other hematomatous like hematomatous lesions of pilosebaceous origin. So why pilosebaceous? Because there are certain areas, जैसे facial area होता है, यहाँ पे pilosebaceous units are normal. So you sweat. So like you have those kind of glands here. So the other differential which we have to consider here is trichofolliculoma, trichodiscoma, fibrofolliculoma, and pilar sheath acanthoma. So though distinct this entity, so are the FSCH, the folliculosebaceous cystic hematoma, it shares your similar histological feature to sebaceous trichofolliculoma, STF. So we'll talk in short terms. FSCH, STF. STF is sebaceous trichofolliculoma. FSCH is your folliculosebaceous cystic hematoma. तो FSCH हमने देखा, it's a rare biphasic hematomatous adnexal lesion. So it is composed of your dilated folliculosebaceous unit. Many pictures I had shown you where you had dilated folliculosebaceous duct along with prominent mesenchymal elements. So this entity was first described by Kimura T et al. In 1991 in a lesion located on face. R was also on nose. So the lesion usually present as a solitary papule or nodule with face and scalp being most common location. So when you get these kind of papulonodular cyst-like cutaneous lesion, then you have to, which like due to lack of distinctive clinical feature is यहाँ पे swelling है, इधर swelling है, there. See, there is no boundary or definite criteria in clinically which will tell you that yes, this is a diagnosis. So you have to go for biopsy, that is histopathological evaluation which will aid in the definitive diagnosis of such hematomatous lesion. So this entity was described for the first time by Kimura T et al. In 1991 with usual location on face. So it's an asymptomatic, slow-growing small papule or nodule which is usually noted in head and neck region. Few rare cases have also been reported on upper back, forearm, genital areas and scalp. So age of the patient can vary from 4 to 84. Our patient was 80-year-old male. So now as I said you, clinical feature उतने evident नहीं होते हैं, तो बहुत सारे differential diagnosis हो सकते हैं. Very common it can be sebaceous cyst that we call as epidermal inclusion cyst. It could be sebaceous hyperplasia, it could be lipoma, intradermal nevus, neurofibroma. So clinically you cannot give a diagnosis of this entity. You need to go for biopsy. Excision biopsy becomes the most important in making a diagnosis of it. So as name suggests, folliculosebaceous, मतलब follicles भी होंगे, sebaceous भी होंगे. Then you have cystic areas and hematomatous है वो. So histological features are like your follicular cystic, adjacent multiple sebaceous lobules and prominent mesenchymal change in the stroma. So diagnosis in our case was made as FSCH with considering our differential diagnosis were dermoid, steatocystoma and STF, trichofolliculoma. So Kimura et al., he had described this entity in 1991 for the first time on face. So he suggested few criteria which he required for making a diagnosis of this. So first was your infundibular cystic structure to which sebaceous lobules were attached. So we have beautiful pictures where in this cystic, follicular cystic, we have the lobules of sebaceous gland attached to it. Then surrounding bundles of collagen. So our cystically dilated follicles, they had collagenization surrounding the cysts. Then focal area showed adipocytes also and increased number of small vessels. You can appreciate. So our closest differential was STF. So trichofolliculoma. तो वो कैसे आप differentiate करते हो? Sebaceous trichofolliculoma. Clinically जब आप देखते हो, so STF it presents as a depressed lesion. तो ये दबा हुआ होता है. FSCH it's a papular or nodular region, very typical of our case. Then STF shows hair shaft within the follicular structure. FSCH does not. So when you see जो हमारे cystically dilated follicles थे, follicular structure उनके बीच में hair shaft नहीं था. Remnants of shaft I showed you in one slide जहाँ mononuclear infiltrate थे. So that hair follicle had that shaft. So majority of our hair follicles, they did not have shaft. So it's stated in literature that FSCH, so some studies say that FSCH is a late stage of trichofolliculoma क्योंकि trichofolliculoma में आपको hair shaft दिखता है, धीरे धीरे वो shaft regress हो जाता है, तो patient develop FSCH. But that is like follicular regression. But few congenital cases reported that this is not the theory. So finally it was accepted that it's basically a distinct entity which you can label it. So surgical excision is the treatment of choice. So entire lesion has to be surgically excised. And few cases, if the swelling is small, so you can go for successful role with carbon dioxide, laser therapy or acitretin therapy. So all those chemicals can also be used. And no recurrence after excision of the lesion has been reported till date in any case, which is published in literature. So to conclude that, FSCH, as the name suggests, I love pronouncing it, folliculosebaceous cystic hematoma. So they don't have any distinctive clinical feature or any specific clinical feature to label it as that, yes, this is the diagnosis. No. But many differential diagnoses you have to keep in mind, especially when you're evaluating a lesion or a nodular lesion on head and neck area. So to achieve at a correct diagnosis, what you need is HPE, that is histopathological evaluation. So that help you to arrive at a correct diagnosis and help in management of the patient. So thank you so much for your patient hearing. Kindly like, subscribe and share my YouTube channel Patho with MK. Have a great day.